Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to our lecturer, Encik Muhammad Zaki bin Yahya. My name is Sharifah Asma binti Said Syariman. My matrix number is 01DEP19F1109. I am as a first presenter.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Izzat Idina binti Syuhaimi. My matrix number is 01DEP19F1122 and I am from DEP4D. So for today we are going to describe this bar graph.
Moving into the bar graph, this bar graph illustrates the result of a survey in home fires involving electrical failure or malfunction by time of day 2012 until 2016.
So the legends represent as the percentage of home fires cases. They are blue as fires, yellow as civilian death, red as civilian injuries, and green as direct property damage.
Okay, based on the percentage of response, it can be seen that most of the respondents agree that civilian death involved the highest percentage, while fires was the lowest percentage, which is 11%, that involved electrical failure at 12 to 4 a.m. However, direct property damage was the second lowest percentage, which is 16%, that involved electrical failure, while 20% was civilian injuries. In view of this, most of the civilians agree that involved in civilian death, while below than a 50 involved in fires at 12 to 4 a.m. Okay, next, 26% of civilians agree that civilian deaths still the highest percentage that involved in home fires. Therefore, the percentage of fires obviously lower than civilian deaths. At 4 to 8 a.m., it can be seen that the percentage of civilian injuries was higher by 4% than direct property damage at 13%. Okay, the percentage of fires and direct property damage involving home fires was exactly the same, which is 16% from 8 a.m. to noon, while the percentage of civilian injuries was almost the same as fires and direct property damage, respectively at 14%. Overall, the percentage of civilian deaths was marginally lower than fires and direct property damage.
Alright, according to the bar graph, we can see the highest cases of home fires involving electrical failure is fire with 20%, which is 1% more than direct property damage, which is at 19%. The cases of home fires involving electrical failure with 15% is civilian injuries, which is at third higher peak. Lastly, there was a drop dramatically for civilian death, which is only 6%. From 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., there was an increase slightly for fires. For the direct property damage, it is remained stay, which is at 19%. Alright, there was a grew slowly for the cases of home fires involving electrical failure for civilian injuries. After that, we can see the civilian death is slightly rise with 5% more than before. At 8 p.m. to midnight, we clearly can see there was not much cases happen at that time. for fires, there was a drop slowly from 24% to 18%. Then the civilian injuries decreased 1% than before, and it makes the cases for civilian injuries and direct property damage is level off. Last but not least, there was a slightly rise for civilian death from 8 p.m. to midnight. Based on this analysis, it can be concluded that civilian death cases is the highest one.
Therefore, the house tenants have to pay attention about their surrounding. If all the house tenants concerned with the surrounding, it will make the cases of home fires involving electrical failure decrease. Okay, that's all for my presentation about the bar graph. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum.